I've been using the new iPhone 16 Pro Max since the launch day non-stop, tested out pretty much everything that there is to test, and here is the honest truth. The truth of Apple in 2024, let's get right into it. Now before we begin, guys, check this out. So currently we're shooting in the standard microphone mode, and we're gonna switch to the studio mic right about now using the new audio mix feature that Apple has built in with the Photos app for the Pro iPhone. And this just completely changes the game because now you no longer need a Pro microphone on you because you can just have a Pro quality even with all the noise in the background and just get a professional quality audio, all because of the help of AI. And I think this is pretty amazing. But let me know what you think in the comments below. We just have this train going on in the background, and if I switch back and forth, this should sound pretty insane in the standard mode, but as soon as you switch in the studio, it is just absolutely incredible. So yes, Apple has stepped up the game when it comes to the audio experience. Like right now, combine this with their video performance, this is hands down pretty much the best content creation phone that you can buy. This audio mix feature is definitely a pretty clutch addition. On top of it, I really like the video performance you get with the 4K 120 FPS mode, probably the best 4K 120 on a phone right now, with really sharp detail and just a great overall footage. Best part is you can actually shoot this in Dolby Vision mode if you want to, so it's really a Pro 120 FPS edition. But the absolute best thing Apple has done in 2024 with the iPhone 16 series is not the Apple Intelligence or that useless camera control button. It's actually giving their best camera setup to the iPhone 16 Pro model. Yes, you no longer have to spend all your money on the Pro Max model just for the camera setup. You can now have it on the iPhone 16 Pro. In my opinion, with the increased size that it has, it's now a very optimal model for most people. Even Samsung doesn't offer this deal as they keep their best camera setup exclusive for the Ultra model. With that being said, if you do want the best battery life or the largest screen on an iPhone, then you have to go with the 16 Pro Max. We'll talk about the battery more later in the video, but let's first talk about the design. This phone looks beautiful in desert titanium in my opinion, and as much as I like it naked, for most people dropping this is not an option, which is why Banks offers great choice of cases for the iPhone 16 series. I absolutely love the new armor tint cases. No more boring colors, say hi to the gorgeous selection of fine color finishes. Built with Kevlar fiber, armor tint combines rugged durability with vibrant hues, offering both style and substance. They're slim, lightweight, and have MagSafe compatibility. And for those who like minimalistic style along with ultra lightweight design, Banks offer their Armor Air case. It's made up of Kevlar fiber, giving you durable and robust protection along with a ultra slim and minimalist design. Once again, it is MagSafe compatible. I've been using their MagClap phone grip and stand, which really transformed the whole case experience. It allows you to dock your phone and use it in landscape or portrait orientation with super strong magnetic connection, allowing you to have a full-on comfort grip as you use your phone. Best of all, Banks is offering some amazing discounts. Be sure to check out my special link in the description down below. Alrighty, as we were talking about the design, the only physical change we have with this phone, other than the beautiful bezels up front, is this new camera control button, and boy do I have some thoughts about it. Apart from launching the camera app instantly from a press of a button, this is such a reach of a feature. Absolute hand gymnastics at its finest. Honestly, no one asked for it. Swiping constantly to control the zoom level or switching lenses when I've trained myself to do this with the on-screen buttons for all these years, it feels super unnecessary. Plus the fact that most people are taking their videos and photos in vertical orientation, this is where it's really not useful at all. It's just much comfortable to use those on-screen buttons that we have been using for all of these years. So if you see a video where someone is using the camera control and they're making it seem like it's so easy to do it, it's not. And you really don't need it. If I could actually turn this off, I would just go for it. So other than the camera control and the new bezels, the design is the same as the last year's iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is not a bad thing because it's still one of the most beautiful smartphones you can buy. It's probably one of the most comfortable large screen phones to use thanks to those rounded edges. It's premium, most people will like it, but with that being said, if you're looking forward to a huge design change, it's probably better to wait for the iPhone 17 series. Now, if you ever get to see the iPhone 16 Pro series in real life, and if you have used the previous iPhones before, you'll be surprised to see how noticeable those new minimal bezels are. Like, these are super duper minimal bezels that you will definitely going to notice. As for the display itself, it's a bright OLED panel, 6.9 inches, not the brightest on the market. Of course, we've got the Honor Magic 6 Pro with 5000 nits of brightness, and even the S24 Ultra offers 2600 nits of brightness. Still, it is a pro level 2000 nits bright screen. Now moving on to the heart that runs the beast, which is the Apple 18 Pro chip. This is an absolute beast. The world's fastest smartphone chip right now, benchmark wise, and it also translates into real life performance, absolute top tier smooth animations. Honestly, Apple has done a fantastic job optimizing things for this phone this time around. I remember we had so many issues last year with the A17 Pro, overheating and battery life issues, none of that with this year's model. This is once again the only phone on the planet that has proper console games like Resident Evil 4 that runs so well. Honestly, it's kind of surprising to see this game running on a smartphone. Playing with a PlayStation 5 controller is an absolute amazing experience, something Android can only dream of right now. The other big change is the efficiency gains you get thanks to the 3nm architecture. In my testing, this is the best phone for battery performance. It defeated all the other phones with 11 hours 31 minutes of time. And now I can double confirm that those battery drain test results do translate into real life usage. I'm currently in Berlin doing exploring on daily basis with a lot of camera usage, high brightness with 5G, constantly on maps with social media usage. It's a pretty heavy use. Despite that, I can get through my day without having the need to plug in the charger. Battery wise, Apple really did step up the game. Now, like the camera control, there's another super weird thing about the iPhone, and that is its software. The biggest feature that Apple has been marketing for quite some time, the Apple Intelligence, you don't get it at all out of the box, especially if you live in the EU or in China. In other markets, Apple Intelligence features are slowly rolling out. Sadly, I have the German iPhone 16 Pro Max, so I can double confirm that we indeed don't have any Apple Intelligence feature, which makes the iPhone 16 Pro Max probably the dumbest phone you can buy right now, especially if you need all the AI features that you do get out of the box on the new Pixel 9 Pro XL or the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which got even more AI features with the latest One UI 6.1.1 update and about to receive even more features in the One UI 7.0 update coming very soon. If you live in Europe, you really don't have any other choice, but if you're outside of Europe and China, you still have to wait for a few months to get the Apple Intelligence features. So yeah, AI is really not locked in right now. So with Apple Intelligence out of the way, iOS 18, there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, I love the customization, being able to move the icons around the screen. Plus, changing the icon colors with the light and dark mode is also pretty good. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. What I will say, it is very optimized, it is smooth, and there are no bugs that I can report based on my personal experience. Now moving on to the camera performance. Now, why would you buy an iPhone? The single biggest reason now to buy the iPhone 16 Pro series is the amazing video performance. Like I said earlier, hands down, Apple has went above and beyond to consistently deliver good when it comes to the video performance. From lens switching to colors, detail, low light performance, everything is pretty much unmatched, especially if you like to shoot videos constantly at 4K 60 FPS like me. Like, this is the only phone where I don't have to worry about dropping the frame rate to 30 FPS in low light situation. It can perfectly handle 4K 60 even in some of the most toughest scenarios. Now with that being said, it's not a perfect phone. In my camera test, in certain lighting situation, the HDR is not as strong compared to the Pixel 9 Pro XL or even the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. But apart from that, in most scenarios, this is probably the best camera you can buy on a phone when it comes to video is concerned. As for photos, normal images are still processed at 24 megapixel resolution in good lighting scenarios, giving it more of a detail compared to the default resolution you get on some of the competition phones. Zoom shots are pretty amazing. The 5x lens takes some great shots both in videos and photos. Plus, this 5x lens is perfect for those portrait mode shots. It is much better than Apple's previous 3x lens. Now, we do have a new 48 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, which can bring out some good detail when you're using that 48 megapixel mode. Other than that, it's not really a groundbreaking camera sensor compared to the likes of Pixel 9 Pro XL or the S24 Ultra. When it comes to selfie performance, it's great, but I still feel like the Pixel 9 Pro XL has the best selfie camera because it's so wide and I love the strong HDR performance. Still, I do prefer the skin tones on the iPhone 16 Pro Max for my skin. Plus, it shoots really sharp 4K 60 FPS video, which looks great even after you have posted on social media apps. So what's the verdict? Well, looking at features like audio mix and the video performance on the iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max, the content creator in me really likes this, but at the same time, with the absence of AI, no major design change, most people can get a better deal with the iPhone 15 Pro series last year, which are the only old iPhone models that will receive the new Apple Intelligence features later down the year. So yeah, depending on your market, if you can buy the iPhone 15 Pro or the Pro Max from last year at a cheaper deal, I think that's the better way to go about. If you're already on the iPhone 15 Pro series, there's definitely no need to upgrade at all. If you're using the 12 Pro Max or the 13 Pro Max or the 14 Pro Max, then yes, you can consider the new 16 Pro models. Just keep in mind, now for the best camera, you don't have to buy the Max model. You can get it at a cheaper $1,000 price on the 16 Pro model. It's only when you want the best battery life, I would say the 16 Pro Max still has that edge. But overall, it's really not a huge change. I wish the Apple Intelligence features were ready right out of the box. That would have made a huge difference, but pretty much this is the state of the iPhone 16 Pro series right now. That's all my experience. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the iPhone 16 Pro series this time around? I will be doing a follow-up video after a month, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.